Welcome to YouTube Science Communication. Hi guys, this is Hao Wang. This is fifth video I have made for this class. After watching the playlist Professor gave us, I'd like to talk about respiration and life circle can differentiate life from non-life in today's video. So let's begin. To define the life from non-life, we usually only need to test them by following two steps. Step 1. Can the target we examine respire or not? To examine that, we have to define respiration first. For higher animals like human, respiration usually means transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide between cells and the external environment. The first respiration appears at the same time with oxygen shows up. Let's see it from John Green's description.
3.8 billion years ago, the free oxygen content of the atmosphere was at negligible levels, which had some not-so-pleasant consequences. For millions upon millions upon millions of years, life dwelt fairly deeply in the ocean, eating chemicals and staying where the Earth's heat kept it warm. Eventually, some prokaryotes floated nearer to the top of the ocean and started using sunlight, water, and the carbon dioxide that was abundant in the Earth's atmosphere to sustain their own complexity using this sweet chemical process they'd come up with called photosynthesis. The waste product of this chemical process is oxygen, and these photosynthesizing prokaryotes pumped a lot of it into the atmosphere.
Cannot be stopped too long because whether oxygen level too low or carbon dioxide level too high will easily kill most of living animals we define on Earth. However, respiration can further be explained in cellular respiration, the process in which nutrients are converted into useful energy in a cell, which works for all life instead of just higher animals like human. To understand that, we need to focus on cell first.
Every living thing on this planet is made of cells. Basically, a cell is a protein-based robot too small to feel or experience anything. It has the properties we just assigned to life. It has a wall that separates it from the surroundings, creating order. It regulates itself and maintains a constant state. It eats stuff to stay alive. It grows and develops, it reacts to the environment, and it's subject to evolution, and it makes more of itself. But of all the stuff that makes up a cell, no part is alive. Stuff reacts chemically with other stuff, forming reactions that start other reactions, which start other reactions. In a single cell every second, several million chemical reactions take place, forming a complex orchestra. A cell can build several thousand types of protein, some very simple, some complex micromachines. Imagine driving a car at 100 kilometers an hour while constantly rebuilding every single part of it with stuff you collect from the street. That is what cells do.
The key for cell to survive is cellular respiration, and it can be sorted by two different kinds. One is called anaerobic respiration, which refers to cellular respiration without oxygen. The another one is called maintenance respiration, which refers to the amount of cellular respiration required for an organism to maintain itself in a constant state that carbon dioxide can be exchanged for enough oxygen. If the subject is considered to be defined as living thing or life, it must have cell with cellular respiration, and if that thing indeed respires, we can sort it into life side. Step 2. Does the target have specific life circle? Life circle is defined as the sequence of life stages that an organism undergoes from birth to reproduction ending with the generation of the offspring. To start the life circle, the newborn life requires DNA from its parents or producers because DNA replication is necessary for life.
DNA replication is an amazing, flabbergasting process that allows life to copy itself and sustain its own complexity.
After born and gain unique DNA sequence, life also requires nutrition or special materials to sustain or grow up.
What makes you different from a star is that while a star burns down till it dies and doesn't actively float around the cosmos looking for more fuel, a living organism does actively seek out pizza to keep itself going, preferably long enough to, have some babies.
Having babies is the same as reproduction in biology. Take human as example. Numerous offspring will give birth to represent the hope and future for all our species from one generation to another. This procedure works for other life too. Because of reproduction, we can witness other species nowadays, and the Earth is such a big family with millions of different members in it. Then we came to the end, death. Just like birth is the beginning of life circle, death is the end. Every life will face death naturally or by other reasons. It is the permanent cessation of all biological functions of all species that sustain a living organism, which makes life circle whole and full. Although there is some other theories like this one.
Life is fundamentally different from dead stuff, or is it? Physicist Erwin Schrödinger defined life this way. Living things avoid decay into disorder and equilibrium.
Generally speaking, as long as the subject we define has specific clear life circle and respiration, it can be defined as life, and something like rock or water that does not have such characteristics is usually defined as non-life. Thanks for watching. This video is part of a class called YouTube Science Communication, where we learn about history of life on Earth and make educational videos about it. If you want to see more videos like this one, you can hit the subscribe button. And if you want to make videos like this alongside us, you can know how on our Patreon page. Links in the description. See you next time.